Hey you guys, so a train is coming, a habit train. I told myself I wasn't going to say that, but anyway, we have something exciting coming your way at the gym, and it is the habit train. So some of you guys have been with us since we did the previous habit train. This habit train is going to look a little bit different. So there's going to be habit train 1.0 and 2.0. And if you're asking what the heck is a habit train, it's basically where we are putting your habits and consistency to the test. So we are going to be doing a two-part habit train where 1.0 is going to be for 4 weeks, and it's going to be a set of 4 habits. And then the second habit train 2.0, is going to be the second 4 weeks. So it's going to be 8 weeks in total. And that second 4 weeks is going to be a set of 4 different habits that you are going to be tracking your consistency. So how it works: the first 4 habits will be laid out for you. You will track your consistency. The goal with this, because it is a challenge, is to be at least 80% consistent with your habits. So you'll be self-tracking all of this every day for 4 weeks. And again, the goal is to be at least 80% consistent, because we know that it's not about perfection, and that there are going to be some days where we simply just aren't able to hit, our healthy habits. So if you get at least 80% or more consistent inside of that first 4-week habit train inside of 1.0, then you will get a prize. And if you get at least 80% consistent inside of habit train 2.0 in the second 4 weeks, you will get a prize. So they will be separately scored. So the clock starts over when we go into habit train 2.0, which will be the second 4 weeks. So what are the habits? So habit train 1.0 is going to start on September 1st. So that's going to be next Tuesday. It's going to be 4 habits that you'll be tracking, and those are going to include consuming at least 6 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Now, with serving size, we're going to measure by by a palm of your hand, right? So the fist here, we're not going to overthink it. It can be fruits or vegetables. Second habit is drinking at least half your body weight in ounces per day of water. Sparkling water counts, yes. Juice does not count, no. Again, we're not here to overcomplicate it. It's really just to track and get you consistent inside of your healthy habits. Number 3, sleep 7+ hours a night. So this includes, time you are asleep. If you wake up and go back to bed, that's okay. Like total hours of sleep. And then habit number 4 is consuming at least 0.7 grams per pound of body weight in protein. And so a lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, what does that look like? What does that mean? Well, get yourself a food scale, download tracking app like MyFitnessPal. So you're going to track 0.7 grams per pound of body weight. And that is your target for the day. And there'll be a lot of education around all of the habits during each 4-week cycle, basically. So not only are we asking you to do them and to record them and to do them consistently, but we're going to be giving you education along the way as to why these habits are important. Why did we choose these habits, right? There are so many different healthy habits, and why do we think that these are the most important ones, right? So this will go on for 4 weeks, September 1st to the 29th, and then the clock will restart, right? So the next 4 weeks, so habit train 2.0, will be September 30th through October 28th. Those 4 habits, so you're done tracking the first 4 habits, you're going to be now tracking the second 4 habits, okay? The goal is that you're staying consistent with those first 4, but we're not going to be tracking those. So the second 4 habits is going to be no added sugar. So I put in parentheses here, the goal isn't necessarily to go a full 4 weeks without consuming sugar, but to bring awareness to how often you are consuming added sugar. So this goes for added sugars inside of your drinks, the food that you're eating. And so this sugar comes in many different forms, and we'll get a little bit more into that as it gets closer. But this does not count for like fruit, right? So the second habit inside of 2.0 is going to be eating at least 2 of your meals while sitting down and free of any electronics or distractions or driving. And I know what you're thinking. What? Does anyone actually do that? Yes. And again, we'll talk more of like why this is such an important habit. Notice we haven't even really talked much about like the amount of food aside from servings of fruits and vegetables and protein. But in the way in which we eat our food is also extremely important. So habit number 3 inside of 2.0 is going to be reading 10 pages a day. And this doesn't have anything to do with your nutrition, but this does have to do with your lifestyle, right? And so I personally really love this one because it shows you that health is not just about fitness or nutrition, it is all encompassing. And so read 10 pages a day, and ideally it's like a book that you enjoy. So maybe it's a nonfiction book if you enjoy reading, it's a fiction book, something that you enjoy, right? Habit number 4, and the last one, is no alcohol. So again, this is very similar to no sugar. So the goal isn't necessarily to go the full 4 weeks without consuming any alcohol, but it's really to bring awareness to how often you're drinking alcohol. And so again, the goal with each 4-week time frame is that you are at least 80% consistent. And so what that means is 23 out of 28 days you have consistently hit these habits, right? And that would bring you to 80%. So that is the goal through all of this, right? Along with education along the way, and to just kind of see, like, where is your sticking point? Where do you struggle with? Where is there room for improvement for you? And how do these habits affect you? So it is a $25 buy-in for all 8 weeks. It's a killer deal, right? For accountability and education along the way. So let us know if you're in. There's a sign-up sheet inside of the gym. And if you have any questions, please drop them below. And I am more than happy to answer any and all of your guys' questions.